you like the video, it'll be my honor if you can like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. And there are a lot more figure diorama photography as well as figure height comparison at the end of this video, so please watch and enjoy until the end. Now, let's begin. Hello everyone, how's everybody doing today? And today I'm going to be reviewing a little outdated figure, not so much, but it is outdated. It was a 2020 figure, and it was from the last season of Clone Wars animated series. Now, I don't know if it's really going to be the last season because, hey, Dave Filoni is always doing a great job, and Clone Wars, they could always add so much back in there. But anyhow, it was from the final season, and this is a 332nd team of Ahsoka Tano's Phase 2 Clone Trooper. And yes, I have a mixed feeling. Not because the figure is bad or anything. I just have a mixed feeling because the paint job of the helmet is just... I know this paint that the Clone Trooper did, this is not a battle damage sculpt. This is supposed to be that Clone Trooper done it in so much hurry that they didn't have to make it, they couldn't make it clean look, and so it looks a little dirty. That was the concept of this 332nd Ahsoka's Clone Trooper, but it looked like it's battle damaged. It looks like, and so that's a little bit weird thing. It's not supposed to be his body is supposed to be battle damaged, and rightly so. We can see it throughout his paint app around his body, but his helmet is supposed to be that they didn't have a time to make it look clean, so it's blurry, but it definitely look like it's a battle damage. It's just the chip marks everywhere, so it is a battle damage look. So that's a little what's going on kind of thing from my eye. But the figure is updated version comparing to the original one. I'm gonna use a Commander Fox I have, and the difference is simply, we all know that this is the information that you guys all knew, but I'm just gonna do it because I didn't get the figure. But simply double jointed, the old one, single jointed, the new one. A lot of people are upset that single jointed, but articulation wise, I don't see much difference, so I'm okay. And one thing is that I'm gonna put these guys aside so they can look better in comparison. It's more narrow shoulder, so it looks like someone's in there versus a much broader shoulder, which looks a little off. It's like you look at him and say, this is the hero that you imagine in your head versus this is what he will be when he's wearing an actual armor. Kind of difference, and it looked more natural. So that's the difference. The shoulder pad is bigger on the older one comparing to the new one, and the weird thing is that if you look closely, they're both Phase 2 armor, but the older one is far 100 times sharper than the new one. Yeah, it is bigger. The helmet is much bigger, but the sharpness is not comparable. And I think it's because they're using a very soft plastic for this helmet, because if you look at it closely, there's a head inside. So they're trying to make it look more realistic by having a head, and to do so they used a softer material, but I think that came in a very big disadvantage, because if you especially look at the mouth area, the old one is far superior when it comes to the sharpness. Like everything, the older one is slightly, well, not this little, I don't know what this is, but overall it is sharper, especially his lens area. This is so diffused or blurry kind of detail. So for me, I don't know what was the update. It kind of looked like a major downgrade when it comes to the helmet, because looking at it, it looks weird. I can't say much. It's just, no, I don't like that head. So that's why I only got 3. Usually I get like 5 of any clone, but I look at it and like, no, the helmet is so bad, and the helmet is what it sells, but no, it's just bad. Like I would always pick the older Sculpt far more than the newer one. And maybe it's not the sculpt. I think it's just the material they use. This is floppy, soft little material that just, I don't know. And that is it's a soft material. It tends to distort easily. That's why all the helmet is not. It's all kind of melting kind of look. It's not symmetrical. It's asymmetrical. And if it's the original trilogy, that's fine. But the Clone Wars, they're all symmetrical, so it's completely inaccurate. So the helmet, I'm talking too much about the helmet. Even the back, you can see it's like it's really different. It's like really distorted. You don't see that with the original helmet because they're using a hard plastic, so it doesn't distort. So big no-no, I would say. Big ass no-no when it comes to the helmet. Now, for articulation wise, I did show that with the Clone Phase 1 armor. It does have better articulation comparing to the older figures, and the pad is actually connected to the bicep, and therefore you can have a better range of articulation. However, it would dent. So if you maximize the elbow joint, it's going to start denting. So have that in mind. The older one, you have absolutely no articulation there. So yeah, but again, the give and take. And at the same time, older one is the bigger joint, or not joint, but the shoulder pad is bigger. Now when it comes to the elbow articulation, the new one is far better when it comes to that, even though it's a single jointed versus the double joint. You can see that this one, the new one, comes in more than 90 degrees. The older one is maximum 90 degrees. Their range of body movement are both good, like it goes like everywhere, and again, this is a armor figure, so having this much articulation itself is good. They open that much for the old one, and the new one does open slightly better. Now the biggest difference is the new one opens only that much, and when you really maximize, you can see that the knee pad flipping off like so it looks very unnatural versus the old one. It would bend way more, and the knee pads, you can kind of cover that opening so it looked more natural, and it could do that. But the difference is, what I think is the opening of the hip joint. The new one is better, so it can crouch better. The older one does have difficulty crouching. Even it had a way better range of articulation on his knee. So what they could have done is probably they could have had that knee joint articulation installed or actually keep that new knee joint, but have what am I talking about? Sorry. Have the hip articulation as like that. Keep it like that, but have the double joint on his knee. So keep the single joint on his arm. In fact, keep everything as it is, and just give us a double joint knee articulation on the new one. Then I think that would have been a favor for everyone. And get rid of that soft, ugly plastic helmet and give us a hard plastic. And I think it would have been a real 2.0, Clone Trooper new version figure. But this one, yeah, I do see a major reason that people don't like it is that part's opening, because what's the point of the armor if your knee is visible? It's just stupid. And then your helmet is really soft, which doesn't mean anything. It's just like it kills the detail, and not only that, it distorts the looks, so it's not giving you any advantage. So just get rid of that soft, ugly plastic material. Give us the hard plastic. It looks nice. It looks way better. So give us that level of plastic on the helmet, and give us a knee that's double jointed like that. Then I think everybody's gonna be happy. So overall, I think it's an okay figure. I don't consider it as a 2.0 figure. I think it's like just 1.5 5 upgrade, though they're using a completely new sculpt and so on, but it's not a whoa, it's upgraded kind of thing. It's like a meh kind of level. Now you get a 2 blaster on the blaster rifle right here, and you also do get the typical blaster we always see, and that's about it. I said this in my other video, but now this figure was $19.99. Now they're selling for $22.99. Outside the state, it's way more than that, so it's far more expensive. So, and by making a single joint and so on, they're cutting the cost, they're increasing the price, so they're getting more money. I say that for that much, they should. I think it's mandatory for them to give us 2 extra pairs of hand. They only give us a gun holding hand, and thinking realistically, with that much increase, that's like $3 increase plus a cost down, I think it's fair to have total of 3 pairs of hand, which is 1 installed, 1 the fist, and 1 the open hand. That, I think, a legitimate my tongue is not working today, but legit, upgrade. And every competitor is starting to do that, and in fact, I think Hasbro is really behind when it comes to giving us something that we really want. And that's, asking for a pair of hand is something that we've been asking forever. Just saying. Anyhow, I would be taking photo figures. There are not much photos I can take with these guys, but because they're so exclusive to Clone War final season. But yeah, I'll take some pictures, and I hope I'll see you all soon. Talk to you soon. Thank you very much for watching my figure unboxing photography review. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Currently, there are only 6% of my audience who are subscribed, and I feel a little bit lonely here, so your subscription will give me inspiration to go on further. Thank you again, and see you all soon. 遊びでやってるんだよ。